Greetings, Magic and Emotional Mastery class. Today I would like to talk to you all about anxieties and how to deal with them. Anxieties are something that affect each of us in different ways. I, for instance, suffer from both social and physical anxieties. It is fairly difficult for me to look somebody in the eye when I'm talking to them. I get the feeling that I'm staring too intently and making the other person uncomfortable. As for physical anxieties, I fear getting hurt. For instance, when cooking on a grill and flames kick up, I dramatically retract myself in fear of the flames hurting me when the danger is really within my control. So the question becomes, how do we deal with these anxieties? The first step, obviously, is to admit to yourself that you have an anxiety. Once this is done, you can more easily observe the situation in which the anxiety affects you. Take, for instance, the grill with the flames. I noticed myself retracting this way and thought to myself, I'm overreacting. But the fear is very much real. I really feel the fear, and it causes me to retract my hand. After a few attempts to continue grilling, I watched myself as I drew back, and I watched the flames. It turned out the flames really were nowhere near my hand, and I wasn't even feeling the heat. But I was pulling back out of an over-exaggerated sense of fear. I took a deep breath and calmed myself, and after a few more attempts I became much more comfortable, realizing that the flames were not going to hit me. Now, this doesn't mean that you should stick your hand into a fire or disregard all safety precautions whatsoever. What I'm saying is you should attempt to objectively gauge the situation to see how much of it is true danger and how much of it is just your imagination overreacting. Learning to control your part in a situation can lead to a better understanding of the situation, and slowly you can learn to eliminate your anxieties. This method also works for less physical anxieties, but gauging the situation may be a little bit more difficult. For instance, my social anxiety of staring people in the eyes when they talk to them. I've noticed the more comfortable I am with someone, the easier it is for me to do so. Naturally, I questioned why and came up with the answer. Well, they know me, and I know them, so they're less likely to be freaked out by my demon stare. Then I began to think, why would I be more comfortable with them if they're the ones that are more comfortable with me? Wouldn't I still have the same fear of my overbearing stare and they would just be used to it? So then I began to think some more. Is it possible I don't have that overbearing stare? It made more sense to me than people simply getting used to me. Controlling an anxiety is all about changing your perception of a situation and how you react to that situation. Now, in order to conquer this, I bit the bullet, and in conversations with people, I started with my friends who I'm still not quite comfortable with, and went from there. I've been trying my best to actually look people in the eyes when I talk to them. Conversations have seemed to go much better now. I'm much more comfortable with the situation, and I didn't notice the change in their expression that I thought that I would have noticed. So, to me, that means that I really don't have an overbearing stare at all. It just seems that way when I'm in the situation. And by realizing that that's just an illusion, I was more able to gain a better control over the situation. Now, my challenge to you is pick an anxiety you suffer from and try to conquer it. Use these steps to help you do so. Step 1. Label the anxiety. Step 2. Identify what you can do in the situation to challenge that anxiety. Step 3. Challenge the anxiety in the way that you had decided to do so. Step 4. Continue to challenge it until you are comfortable. This may take a while, but you will make progress. Do not get disheartened. I know you all can do it. Thank you everyone for watching. This is the Clown Prince signing off.